Well, like everybody else out there, I was glued to the TV on Monday, watching the horror unfold before our eyes, really. And at that time, I just felt compelled to do something. I didn't know what, I didn't know how much I could do, but and about at that exact moment, both Derek and my assistant coach Lindsay both said we need to do something. And so at that moment, we set up a meeting with some staff here at UNM and put a plan into action. And a few hours later, we were putting it all together, and here we are. I mean, it's, we've worked really hard all night just trying to get social media, trying to get awareness to it, and we appreciate the media here, being here just to help us get the word out so that the people of Albuquerque, the people of New Mexico can help reach out to those in Oklahoma.
And I guess just how about the feedback? The locker room already looks like it's pretty
Oh, the outpouring is incredible. It's absolutely incredible right now. This started just yesterday after talking with two of my former teammates who were actually in the zone. And one finally got back to me, and he's part of the volunteer fire force. And he spent the night after the devastation, after it hit, pulling people out of rubble. So that's when we talked, and we just had to do something, especially with having teammates there and seeing the devastation, hearing it firsthand from my teammate. We had to do something.
How much have you raised so far?
Well, the locker room is about half full. Just in the last few hours, we're up almost 400.
We're about $400 on our GoFundMe page. Yeah. We created a GoFundMe to help donate cash to those in need. It's GoFundMe.com, Lobos for OKC. And you could go on there. This is for people who can't be here in person to donate physically. Mm-hmm. So we set this up so people can help financially, whether it's $10, whether it's $15, anything helps. We've had anonymous donations, $100 anonymous donation. People are reaching out in any way they can. The outpouring has been overwhelming. In 3.5 hours, we're packing the locker room. The people who have come out here have been thankful that there's an opportunity to give. A lot of people were in the same boat as us as far as wanting to help, not sure how. And so they appreciate the opportunity to give to this cause, and that we have an opportunity here in Albuquerque to give to help those in need. So the people who have stopped by have been just unbelievable, just giving everything they can. They said, we'll be back later in the week. We're going to talk to our school. We're going to talk to our church. And it just gives you that faith in humanity and that faith in the community here in New Mexico. Yeah. And this is why I love it here so much. And we're so proud to be Lobos. We're so proud to be in Albuquerque and to be able to help this cause.
Mm-hmm. How long will you be accepting donations?
For the rest of this week, we'll be here 10 to 7. This weekend and the holiday Monday, we'll be here 9 to noon. And then the rest of the week, 10 to 7 again. We're loading up after 7 o'clock on Thursday. We're going to be loading the truck or trucks, depending on what we're going to need. And we're taking off Friday morning.
Departing Friday morning, Oklahoma City. And a great note is my former teammate, Kyle Coulter, who's been on the ground, boots on the ground for us, will be coordinating where we can disperse the donations to all of the shelters, churches, relief centers, and where everybody that's in need right now. He said so many people literally they had less than 60 seconds to get into their shelters, and everything they had was just gone. They have just the shirt on their back is all they have. So we're going to be going right to those, directly to those areas to disperse the donations.
Yep, so up until 7 o'clock next Thursday night, we will be collecting donations, and we'll need help loading. We'll accept volunteers to help us unload. I mean, it's going to be a huge undertaking, but it's going to be so worth it once we get out there and are able to help these people.
And you plan on going yourself, right?
Yes,
yep,
we'll be going.
We're driving. My assistant coach Angus will probably be driving. Judging by the amount of donations we've gotten in these first 4 hours, we're going to need a lot of drivers.
Yeah.
So we're gonna use all the staff that we have to take this load out to Oklahoma. Everybody's excited to do it and willing to donate that time. And we're going to look at truck donations. We're going to be looking for some help in that area because we're going to have a lot to take out, which is a pretty exciting thing for us. And we're pretty excited.
I guess just talk about your teammate, and how often do you keep in contact with them, and what was his feeling, I guess, on just everything going on over there?
Well, we were all wanting to hear back from him. their teammate Kyle and then John Oliver, his house was directly in the path, and him and his family, they're okay. We heard from him on social media. Talked to Kyle yesterday, and that's before we called UNM to have him do an interview for the school, and he was visibly shaken. He spent the entire night with the rescue squad as part of the volunteer fire force, literally pulling survivors and other bodies even out of the rubble. But he was just so just enamored with what we were doing, and he just wants to be a part of it 100% when we get there, and he's going to coordinate with his community on getting all those donations to the right people. So, but it's been he was, his quote was, war, like a war zone, just total devastation. There's nothing but just driveways or lots, and he was just so thankful for the community. It's a true testament to the community of Albuquerque, the university, UNM athletics, and especially how we stay connected even beyond once we're student athletes here, how that even reaches beyond that. And he was just so humble and grateful for it.
And you've been OKC before as a player. I guess just talk about what it means for you, kind of going back and maybe not in the way you wanted to go back, but still going back and trying to help out.
Yeah, I mean, one of the last times I was in Oklahoma City was playing in the Women's College World Series my senior year, and I've been there a bunch of times growing up playing ball. I mean, that's the heartbeat of softball in America. It's the Hall of Fame. It's the biggest stadium in the country, and a source of pride for softball. So it's it's going to be bittersweet going there, just seeing the devastation. But we'll be there during the World Series, which is nice because they're hosting Super Regionals at University of Oklahoma this weekend. So there's going to be a ton of support out there. We'll be out there next week. We're going to try to get to some games if we can after the donations are dropped off. Mm-hmm. Just try to show our support. Oklahoma City has a spot in my heart, and we're just so happy to help. The bottom line is we're all human and we're all here to help each other. So that's really what it comes down to. I was able to see the Tuscaloosa aftermath 2 months after that tornado, and that affected me deeply. And this time I didn't hesitate. I just said, we need to do something now. And these people need help now. So that's why we made the move so quickly. I mean, it's caught fire overnight. So we're so proud of the effort. And, I can't wait to get out there. There's a local New Mexico girl that plays softball for the University of Oklahoma, Shelby Penley, who's one of the best players in the country. She was in the tornado. She was there, and I talked to her yesterday, and she's okay. And but shaken up, it's devastating in her words. And she's wanted to send her appreciation to the people here of what we're doing. I mean, she was just so grateful for the effort, and wanted to send that out too. So we're excited to help.
I was going to ask if some of the other teams kind of jumped on board.
Shelby Penley went to Rio Rancho, and she was a standout player here. Played her first season at University of Arizona, and transferred to Oklahoma this year. What was the question again? Sorry.
I was going to ask you to do some of
the other teams. Women's tennis has reached out. I mean, our volleyball team. I mean, anybody. School's over, so a lot of teams have dispersed. Even our team, most of our girls have left town. The ones who are from out of state. But anybody who's in town, even a lot of our support staff has been supportive. Our business and travel people, and people have reached out from all areas of the athletics department. And we're hoping to reach out to the main campus UNM, medical center UNM. There's a lot of places that we still haven't even had a chance to touch base with. So we're hoping to make a great connection with those parts of our UNM family as well. And but many of the other teams, I know the tennis team we've talked to are they're reaching out. We're having reach out from New Mexico State softball. Other universities have reached out to us as well, as far as just wanting to see what they can do. Some people, it might just be reaching out and spreading the word. Some people, it's try to find people who give money, or some might collect donations and bring it to us for our trip. So it's been pretty overwhelming across the board from all areas of the UNM family. So we're pretty blessed.
How long do you plan on staying out there?
Probably just the weekend. We're hoping that we can get all the drop-offs done on that Friday. Probably leave early enough that we can get there in the afternoon and spend the day really just hitting them up. And we want to stop by the University of Oklahoma. Our equipment room is putting together some apparel from our teams. So we'd like to drop those off to the university, and then obviously hitting some of the hardest hit areas, with the help of Kyle, and just really trying to get that dispersed as well as we can to some of the neediest people, especially. But we'll be there, we'll try to do that for about a day and a half, and then we'll probably go to maybe a softball game and show some support there. I haven't been there since my senior year, so it'd be really nice to be at a game, and he's never been, and it's just might be a cool experience as well. I think it's just going to be an emotional roller coaster ride of a trip. It's going to be really difficult, but it's going to be just so worthwhile.
Do you have a goal, like the number of donations you would like to receive, or just as much as you can?
Tentatively, we set at 5,000 with the online fundraising. That's our goal, and originally we said we would accept as many donations as we could for possibly one truck, but it looks like we'll need a convoy of trucks now. The outpouring is, in just a matter of hours, has been unbelievable. So we are just so excited. It's great.
Yep.